worth $50.
So, I think I would have rather have lost the tribal council before this, so I wouldn't have had to make that decision. But I chose Gary because a while back I struck a deal with Tyler for the final two, and well, both Gary and Tyler seem as equally popular with the jury, so I figured I may as well just stick to my word.
Smartest and funniest for the survey.
Really?
Yeah.
I said you were the smartest, and that you'd most likely be the one who would win a real game of Survivor.
Yeah, Adam was on there, so like I had him for at least half of them.
Oh, I see. Mine was spread pretty evenly.
Yeah.
Though I put myself for the one that most deserves to get out.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
I was surprised that ended up being Adam.
Well, I just said Adam just because he wasn't too grateful about, as far as he's already come without like him actually knowing the game.
Yeah.
But I guess, that played a factor into why he wanted out. I mean, if he would have known the game a little better, I think he would have stayed in.
Probably. I think he was just tired of us getting a cheap vote.
Yeah. Well, it's nice to know that Matt stuck to his deal for final two. He's a very loyal person. It'll be very interesting to see who comes out as a better player.
Welcome to your final Tribal Council survivors,
Oh, thank you.
where one of you will be the sole survivor. I'll now bring in the jury. Come on in, guys. Jordan, Alex, Adam, Leann, and Gary voted out at the last Tribal Council. This is the part of the game where all the power switches from the players to the jury. The jury, who has been sitting, watching, listening to your tribal councils, will now be deciding who will win the money and the title of sole survivor. So, they are going to ask you questions, but before they do, I want opening statements. Tyler, please give your opening statement to the jury as to why they should vote you to win.
I think you guys should all vote for me to win because I've played a harder game. I've worked the hardest strategically and around the camp. He didn't do very much, but I'm not gonna put him down that hard. I did break a few trusts, but that was only because if I was totally convinced if I didn't, I would have been voted out myself.
Thank you, Tyler. Matt, please give your opening statement.
I think you should vote for me because
Louder, please.
I think you should vote for me. It's a hard thing to say because, well, I don't know if you should vote for me. tried my best. I tried my hardest to not break any of my alliances, and, well, I guess mistakes happen, and it's up for you to decide the fate.
Thank you, Matt. All right, jury. Take a second to think about that. All right. Now, Matt and Tyler, the jury's about to address you for the first time since they've been out. They will ask you each one question, or they might ask you the same question. So, Alex, you're up first.
Matt, if you win the reward money and the game, what would you spend the reward money on?
Probably on some selfish computer game.
And question for Tyler.
Why did you vote me out on our alliance?
I didn't vote you out. That was actually Adam had voted you out. I felt really bad. I wanted it to come down to a tie, because I could not choose between either you or Leann. And I stayed loyal to our alliance all the way to the end.
Is that good for you?
Yep.
All right, thank you. Adam.
Matt, why did you want to come to this survival?
Well, I thought it'd be a lot of fun, and I don't really get to hang out with many people. I'm not exactly popular, and, well, Mike said that he needed extra people, and I figured, well, why not?
Question for Tyler.
Why did you want to come to the survival, Tyler?
It was mostly for the experience. You know, I've watched the show. I love the show. It's one of the best shows on TV. I also wanted to meet new people. You know, I don't really get out much. It's, you know, nice to get some new friends.
Is that good? Thank you, Adam. Leann.
Matt, why did you vote me out?
It got down to the wire. I said some things that I probably shouldn't have said to people, which led to my alliance with Alex getting messed up and putting the vote on you, which, if I had not gone through with voting you out, then I probably would have been voted out.
All right. Next time, speak up, guys. You're kind of getting quieter as we go. Leann, question for Tyler.
Why you? Why do you want to
Why do I want to win? I think I played the hardest game out here, strategically. You know, unfortunately, I had to make some decisions I did not want to make. You know, you can't play this game perfectly, and I guess that's about it.
Thank you, Leann. Jordan.
Okay, Tyler, who are your alliances before and after the merge?
Okay, before, I had an alliance with Alex and Leann. Leann was kind of first. Alex had approached me first. After, I had an alliance with Gary and Matt. We were gonna try to stick it out to the end, and that did end up happening, and it was successful.
All right, Jordan, question for Matt.
Matt, you said that you had a lot of fun and tried getting new friends. Do you think you had fun and did get a lot of friends from this?
I do think I had a whole lot of fun, and if people don't judge my personality on how the game turned out, I think I made friends.
All right, you good, Jordan?
I've grown.
Thank you,
I
Jordan.
like all of you.
Gary.
Matt, why did you pick Tyler over me?
Because shortly after the merge, Tyler approached me and made a deal, and basically offered that him and I stick together, and that in the end, we would end up the final two. And, well, I'm not sure if it was the right choice, but I wanted to stay as true to my alliances as I possibly could.
Tyler, do you regret voting out Leann instead of Matt? Hope we're on his back.
You know, I felt really bad about it, but I also don't. I mean, like I said, she was kind of a wild card. I hadn't approached her or talked to her in a while. I think I made the smart choice. I stuck with my alliance. Fortunately, along the way to get to here, I had to break some of my words. But you know, that's the way it had to be.
That's good, Gary?
Yep.
All right.
Thank you.
Yep. All right, jury, you got your questions answered, hopefully. Now, Tyler and Matt, I want you to give a closing statement, again, summing up, again, why you think they should vote for you after hearing all their questions. Matt, you're starting.
Well, you heard what I had to say, and I guess whoever you think is better is who you're gonna vote for.
Tyler, your closing argument.
All right, a few things. One, just try not to vote, you know, based on a personal level. That's the one thing I was kind of afraid of going into the game, you know, being voted out just because, you know, I mean, we weren't familiar with each other. Two, who played the better game. And I guess three, may the best man win.
All right, jury, you have all your info you need. You will begin voting. You will be voting for the person you want to win. And so, unlike every other time where you voted the person out, you'll be voting the name of your winner. So if you want Matt to win, you'll write Matt. If you want Tyler to win, you write Tyler. And with that, we will vote. Jordan, you're up.
I'm voting for Matt because I didn't really know Tyler that much. He kind of seemed like a person that was really sneaky and going behind people's back. I mean, he had Leann and Alex as his alliances before the merge, but after the merge, he just randomly flops to Gary and Matt. And I had an alliance with Matt in the beginning, and I'm sticking to it. I'm trying to be loyal.
Because he is the nicest to me.
I'm voting for Tyler because he seems honest and sincere to his word, and I'm gonna have to trust him with the money that I spent to enter this game. And he made lots of good alliances with many of my alliance friends, so hope he wins.
I'll go tally the votes for the final time. Okay, Matt and Tyler, in this bucket, I have 5 votes from the jury. It takes 3 to win. Let's start with the first vote. First vote for a winner. Tyler. Tyler. Clap, 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 clap. Second vote. Matt. 1 vote Tyler, 1 vote Matt. 3 votes left. Third vote. Woodhaven Lakes. Tyler. 2 votes Tyler, 1 vote Matt. 2 votes left. And the winner of Survivor Woodhaven Lakes, Tyler. Whoa! Tyler, congratulations. Wow. You are the sole survivor. Matt, I'm sorry, but the tribe has spoken.